What is Truth and Transparency? Idaho 4 case. Let's talk about it.
Listen, folks, I know there's a history here. I'd like to get this hearing in today. You know, everybody needs to just focus on the relevant facts, okay? I know there's a history here.
Are you talking up by Sunset Mart? Up the hill by the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it, moderators? I had a fun time over on Court TV's comment section last night.
Who's responsible here?
What's that?
Who's responsible here? Whose house is this?
Yeah, have been drinking or anything, right?
No.
Okay, drive careful, okay?
Will do, thank you.
This is what the other group had that ran away.
Oh, really?
They just ditched it.
Awesome.
Those ones kept walking to the car and the other one.
It's truly for the win.
Truly's for the win. How about the truth for the win? How about that? All right, let's talk about it. I'm ready. I'm going to take us all back to December 5th, 2023, but more importantly, August, like a year from now, like back a year. So I want you guys to take a look at something. And this was the, here it is. This is the public order denying motion to dismiss indictment on the grounds of biased grand jury. Motherfucker, what? I'm sorry, but I'm going to get a little spicy on this one, okay? Thank you, Night of the Living Just. I did get your emails. I did see those. Yes, thank you. So a year ago, when they put in that motion to dismiss based on, right here, inadmissible evidence, grounds of biased grand jury, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct in withholding exculpatory evidence. Do you guys remember this? Okay, a year ago. And Judge says, honey. Ann Taylor. Bryan Kohberger has failed to successfully, right here, challenge the indictment on grounds of juror bias. Well, Moscow, Idaho is biased as fuck. We just found out, like literally biased. And I don't see how in August they would have been less biased than they are right now. So just taking us back to that right there. I wanted you guys to see, remember that motion that they put in? Judge saying that also said that that Kohberger has failed to successfully challenge the indictment on grounds of juror bias, lack of sufficient admissible evidence. Are you kidding me now? Are we kidding each other now? Well, we had the prosecutor just admit, okay, in April of 2024, okay, yeah, that probable cause affidavit has stuff that's like wrong, okay. Or prosecutorial misconduct. Kohberger was indicted by an impartial grand jury who had sufficient admissible evidence to find probable cause to believe Kohberger committed the crimes alleged by the state. Give it up. What is good? Ooh, damn. There is no way that Bryan Kohberger was indicted off of an impartial jury. It is impossible. It is impossible off of those survey numbers. Absolutely impossible. Judge, I mean, what in the world, buddy? So anyways, I just had to bring this back to your guys' attention. That you guys remember when they went ahead and tried to, hey, we got to talk about some stuff here. And we want to talk about this. This needs to be dismissed on grounds of a biased grand jury, number one, inadmissible evidence, number two, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct in withholding exculpatory evidence. You guys know that they withheld exculpatory evidence, right? That's why Mowry and Payne just testified. Remember Cy just said he doesn't want to use the word exculpatory, but if this is what you have, we got problems, big time problems. And so just like what did Judge make his, because this was all, remember, behind closed doors and shit like that, so we don't know what happened. But I don't know if anyone can see this, but my YouTube is down. Nope, you're good. Thanks for checking in. Ooh. Anyways, let's take a look at something else. I want to talk about, I want to remind you guys of the Brady Giglio that was submitted by the state. Comes now, and I really want to focus on this date that this is being submitted. Comes down the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecutors. And respectfully gives notice to the court and counsel that the state has become aware of potential Brady Giglio material related to one of the officers involved in the above related case. Okay, well, there's 120 officers involved, but I guess you could just throw out all the feds so they can go. All right, then we're dealing with Idaho, the state police, and Moscow, and PA, and Washington State University. Anyways, the state intends to disclose this information to defense counsel, but because this information is confidential and exempt from the public, because remember, there's an internal affairs investigation, but take a look at that date right there. 24th of March. You know when this was? This was after Ann Taylor's investigator served, or he did his affidavit because of Bethany statements, which she saw, heard. And you can't find this anywhere online anymore. Thank God I have it. So that's when that graced us. Same type of day. Now, let's look at something else. Okay. I don't know if I broke it down enough when the fuckerage behind Payne and Mowry. So this needs to be said again. The AT&T search warrants that they did on 2 days before Christmas, you would think it'd be hella hectic, right? Look at on 12/23, Payne obtained a search warrant. He served the search warrant, and then on the same day, Lawrence Mowry received an email from AT&T which contained the requested information. Okay, and there was actually 2 warrants on the 23rd. And these are very, very, very important because it has everything to do with this test drive that they did not do. More importantly, they got it all back in the same day, 2 warrants. Ready? They go ahead and serve another warrant over to AT&T, this time on March 30th, 2023. I obtained a search warrant. The warrant was served in on April 3rd. On April 12th, I received an email from AT&T. So, again, no urgency here, but we got it signed on the 30th, but it's okay. We're going to hang on to it until the 3rd. Maybe it was over the weekend. Maybe they got it on Friday and just like, it's still too many days though. But we don't get it back until the 12th. Okay. Why would you have to go back and get that AT&T warrant in March, basically the beginning of April of 23? Why do you have to go back to AT&T here? Just curious. Was that when you realized Ann Taylor wasn't fucking around? All right, let's take another look at something else. Oh, yeah, here we go. I just wanted to pull up some fun facts for you guys before I talk more about this crazy ass 316 pages of, wow, Idaho, failing. On May 1st, 2023, a coalition of 20 media outlets, Associated Press, filed a motion to intervene in a motion to vacate the amended non-dissemination order. Remember that? In opposition to the motion to vacate the amended non-dissemination order, defendant Bryan C. Kohberger filed a motion to take judicial notice of press coverage. Come get yourself some. Come get yourself some. Oh, banging. Okay. We just got started over here. We're just about 10 minutes in. So welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Again, filed June 23rd, 2023, saying we need to take judicial notice of this press. Okay. What does Judge say? He said that oral argument was heard on June 9th. The state was represented by Bill, blah, 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 blah. For the reasons articulated on the record, defendant's motion to take judicial notice of press coverage is granted. Okay. Just laying that foundation over here. You guys, how could Judge write that Bryan Kohberger was indicted on an impartial jury? He's got to be sitting there reading, like all of us, reading these 316 pages and then going back to his, holy shit, going back to his order and thinking to himself, well, hot damn, there's no way that Bryan Kohberger was indicted by an impartial jury. I told my boyfriend, if I ever get killed, I want you to look at the case. You got it. You got it, Kendall, all day, every day. I mean, wow. Just going back and looking at this just blows my mind. Blows my mind how a judge, like, what are you doing playing golf right now and thinking to yourself, no, this is a huge problem. Because those numbers tell me anything but that Bryan Kohberger was indicted off of an impartial jury. And this is why they didn't want a preliminary hearing. Let's not kid ourselves. Is everybody seeing now why they didn't want that preliminary hearing? Oh, well, they have the right to just do that. They were going to do it all along, and Ann Taylor should have known that. The fuck? No. They couldn't have a preliminary hearing because they lied about what they had. That's the truth. And you know how I know it's the truth? Because the papers say it, because the documents say it, because people that have testified in court, like not what you read on the media and you listen to on the radio, and you read in the comment section of these ridiculous freaking posts. I can't even begin. Like, whoa. But for Mowry and Payne to have had to talk to a at the preliminary hearing, whew, why do you think Aunt Taylor wanted 6 months? Why do you think this was going to happen in June when it should have happened like 14 days after he was, indicted, like arrested? Because Aunt Taylor had to get it all together because she was going to get that fucker tossed. She was going to get it tossed. She was going to get it tossed. And they knew it because they knew that she found out about using IgG. Of course, the government has the right to go to a grand jury, but the government said they wanted to do it through a preliminary hearing. Because they were not trying to cheat. But hey, we just had to do it that way because why? I also don't think some people were, they couldn't testify to hearsay. They didn't meet the qualifications. But they used a biased grand jury and fabricated evidence to indict him. It's disgusting. Yeah. You know what sucks is like, he may be the person that did it, but literally you railroaded a motherfucker. Because you were like, I don't even know what they were like. Anyways, Judge, you have people should be standing outside. They should be asking Judge. They asked Judge to recuse himself yet? Because I think this might be grounds to recuse oneself. But here, this is unbelievable. This proves everything now that we've seen. This is all proven facts now. Like legit proven facts. Like it's been proven because of Bill Thompson's own fucking mouth saying that Bryan Kohberger was not stalking any of those victims. Misleading in the probable cause to say that he went by the house 12 times. But this, you better believe it. How do we know that? Because of the numbers. Because of this. Let's take a look at this. I would first like to help the people that watch court TV. I'm going to help them out a little bit. You don't change venues because, oh my God, people are talking about the case or people know the case. That's not why you change venues. You change venues if somebody cannot get an impartial and a fair trial. Okay, not because people know about the case and talk about the case. It's because of this. Seeing those people's comments, I literally cannot even. How do you comment in the comment section of something that you haven't read anything on? When you want to talk about ignorance, that's just ignorant. You guys, Latah County, approximately 98% of the jury or the surveyed people who would be the jury pool, right? They were familiar with the case. Awesome. They should be familiar with the case, right? Such a small area. But in addition, community members have more than just a passing familiarity with the crime. Approximately 68% of the survey respondents reported that they have followed the case somewhat or very closely. Oh boy. 98%. Totally normal. I'll tell you what's not normal. This. This is what's not normal. Approximately 67% of the survey respondents who knew about the case reported that Bryan Kohberger is guilty of murder, with 25% indicating that he is definitely guilty. The presumption of guilt increased to 81% for those who recognized 7 or more media items. Right here, this is sick. In addition, 51% of Idahoans that were involved in that survey reported that Kohberger could have a difficult time convincing them that he is not guilty of murder, which increases to 66% for those who recognize 7 or more media items, which is 75% or more people. Just 19% reported that Bryan Kohberger would not have a difficult time convincing them of his innocence. As for sentence, 52% of survey respondents believe the jury should sentence Kohberger to death if he is convicted, compared to 24% who favor life without the possibility of parole. 400 people were surveyed because Latah County doesn't have a big population. So they just took 400. Now, I did some more digging. Okay. You guys, I need to point this out. Okay, I need to point this out. Yeah, I was going to say, Mary, they did like 20%, but it's 41% is not the right number because, or 41,000 is not the right number because you have to eliminate the 18 and under crowd, and you have to eliminate the 70 and older crowd because they have the option to bow out because of their age. So you're in Latah County, there's only 25,000 people that a possibility would be present to be on this jury. So it's 25,000 is the possible jury pool based on, you have to take out the 18 and under because they can't serve. And then you have to take out the 70 and older crowd because they have the opportunity just to be like, hey, I'm too old, I'm out. Which leaves you with 25,000. Now, take a look at this. This is what the prosecution put out. The prosecution also referenced the use of Kohberger's cell phone information does not rise to the level of an alibi. Okay? If it cannot rise to the level of an alibi, then how can it rise to the level of an indictment? Okay? You look like a complete fool saying this. If you can indict me based off of my cell phone cast, okay, then that same data and information, if it was interpreted wrong, okay, if interpreted correctly, should be able to do what? Either A, exonerate me, right? Or B, at least give me an alibi or put me somewhere else, because that's what you're using to put me somewhere. So it can't be used to put me somewhere else? Like, what? That is the biggest oxymoron I've ever heard in my entire life as an adult. Like, wait, it's inexperienced 2-year freaking cop Payne interpreting cast and Maori. Look at those fucking idiots. Interpreting cast is good enough, but an expert in the field who created the software to show that, wait a second, off of what you're handing me off of this data, no fucking way is that where he's at. Okay. How do you even have the audacity to even write that sentence? The prosecution is requesting the court to deny all further opportunities to add to any purported claim of an alibi and preclude testimony by anyone other than the defendant. Are you, like, what are you so scared of? What are you so scared of? The truth? The truth? Fuck out of here. Look at this. Thompson also pointed out that Kohberger's cell phone stopped reporting to the cellular network before the homicides happened and continued to not report until after the homicides happened. Were you there, Bill? Were you there? So you know what time the homicides were? For sure. Did you record the murder? The murders? Come on, Bill. You're going down a fucking bunch of flames. Thompson said, this new alibi defense adds little to what the prosecution already knows from the investigation. No, you don't. Your detectives just got upended on the stand. Cast going down. Maori going down. Payne going down. And he really wrote this in his motion. Thompson said that this new alibi defense adds little to what the prosecution already knows. Oh, so you know that Bryan Kohberger is innocent? You know that he wasn't there? I should take that back. You know that he wasn't there at that time? So you already knew that he wasn't there at that time? That's what you're telling me. I bet you already knew that. You guys, ready for another dying moment here? Here we go. The location of defendant's cell phone at times other than the time of the homicides is not proof of or relevant to the defendant's specific location at the time of the homicides. When is the time of the homicides again? And how do you know this? Are you about as confident in this time of the crime as you are in the Brian Drake case? Because I'm going to blow that up. Thompson is asking Latah County District Judge to deny Kohberger more opportunity to add to his alibi. So you think that you can withhold data, withhold exculpatory information, withhold my motherfucking discovery, and you think that you can withhold it and then in the same breath ask the judge, while you are withholding my discovery from me, you then are saying, I want you to order right now that he can't add to this. You fucking kidding me? Run. If you live in Idaho, run. Because you know what's crazy? If this wasn't so high profile of a case, that would have been granted. That would have been automatically granted. That's how Karen Reed got so screwed in the beginning with her case, is that it wasn't high profile right from the beginning. So it wasn't under a microscope right from the beginning. That, in my opinion, and it hurt her. Okay, because if you would have done a survey in Norfolk County, oh my God, can you imagine what those would have come back? listen, I am not saying that Bryan Kohberger is innocent. I am not saying that Bryan Kohberger is guilty, but the thought process and the words that are put on paper from the district attorney's office in this case, I've never experienced a level of stupid in my fucking life. And if it ain't stupid, then you're inept, you're stupid, you're corrupt, you're being played as a puppet, and people are telling you what to do. But this takes a whole new, like, we as Americans are owed, okay? Because it's we the people. We the people. If you wrong one man, you wrong us all. So we the people should be afforded the right for whatever charge to be able to be assumed by our peers that we are innocent until proven guilty. And literally the comments in all of mainstream media's section that pertain to this, and I'm going to show it because it is unfucking believable what these people are writing. And now either they're just trolling Court TV, or you're going to see, because I have no problem showing you what the hell I've been writing. And then I just said, you know what? There is no rational, like, you cannot rationalize with irrational motherfuckers. You just can't. You just need to stay the hell away from them. So you got to run from irrational people. But this is bad. This is bad. Oh wait. Right here. You guys do know that Bill Thompson also asked Judge to prohibit anyone other than Kohberger to testify about this alibi. And then right here, you guys know who this is, right? This is the woman that stood up because Bill Thompson was told to sit down, Bill. She said, this is the Idaho Deputy Attorney General who's assisting backseat Bill. She stood up and she said she is confused about how cell tower data can support this alibi defense. Oh my God. Have these people read their own probable cause affidavit for the arrest of Bryan Kohberger? Oh my God. Like, get out of here. Okay. Ooh. Now, the Latell County community has come together in support of the victims and their families. For example, there were several candlelight vigils and a memorial created to remember the victims. The home where the murders occurred was donated to the university and later demolished. Multiple groups were created on social media, and thousands of posts appeared with the hashtag #VandalStrong. Members of the victims' families use the media as an outlet to remember their lost loved ones and voice their frustrations as the case has moved through the court system. Examples of this type of reporting include what he was going to show here, and he does. He shows that this is so connected. Like, this is all emotional. This is so emotional. So all of these comments that you can find everywhere, emotional. Here's Walker again. Jody Walker called it incredibly powerful student-driven project. How come the students haven't been outside the courthouse not one time, peacefully demonstrating their love for the 4 students? That bothers me. Okay. They have no problem going in groups to go to, like, I don't know, Halloween, pumpkin patches together, whatever the fuck they do. And when their sorority, sisterhood, and these frats and whatever, that they can't go and, like, say, hey, let's go sit at one of like the hearings or let's go outside. I mean, nothing. Weird. You guys just see all the stuff that he has cited in here. Oh, okay, here we go. So that was the emotional section. Now this is about the media has also kept this case in the public's consciousness by providing constant updates on court proceedings, no matter how trivial. These hearings have covered a range of topics from the court-imposed gag order to evidentiary disputes. As part of the coverage, the victims' families and the public have been critical of perceived efforts by the defense to delay the trial. This is what everyone believes is like everyone believes it's all about delay. And that's the message that has been seriously passed. Like, poof. There was also significant coverage surrounding the defense's change of venue survey, which came to light after the government filed an unsealed motion to stop the data collection process. It would have never been known. This resulted in another deluge of prejudicial coverage and discussion on social media and YouTube. After 2 hearings were streamed on Court TV and watched by thousands. Man, I'm really pissed that they didn't say streamed on Truth and Transparency. Ain't no way Anne's going to throw me under the bus. Check a look at this, though. The media drew on the prosecution's court filing and arguments during the live stream proceedings, accusing the defense of spreading misinformation and tainting the jury pool. Do you guys remember that? I remember it vividly. Okay. Then, this coverage fed the public perception that the defense was trying to undermine the judicial process or get Kohberger off on a legal technicality and further undermine the court's efforts to stem the flow of information to prospective jurors. Examples of this media coverage include, if I'm Ann Taylor, man, I'm sorry, but I motion to lift this motherfucking gag order. Fuck this gag order. Okay? Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson said the questions on the survey were completely inappropriate. He's calling his own shit inappropriate. I fucking love it. The delusional, the gaslighting. These people, like, I tell you, I kid you not. Every time a lawyer's mouth is moving, they are fucking full of shit, man. You just need to say, hold on, excuse me for a second. Go up to a lawyer and just start scraping their mouth out. And say, let me make sure I get all this shit out first. Okay, now talk to me. And I'm recording the conversation. So if you don't want me to record the conversation, then you're not going to be my attorney. But the questions on the survey were completely inappropriate for potential jurors, and that the information in the questions was false and inadmissible. So you're admitting that these are false and inadmissible. Well, then, guys, I have to bring us back to what I wanted to scope out. Here it is. Let's go back to it. This order that came down on 12/15/2023, but it was after there was a hearing, and on August 23rd, 2023, Kohberger filed a motion to dismiss indictment on grounds of biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct in withholding exculpatory evidence. So why aren't we using what he just said? And like, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but is there any way that we can truly talk about this now? Like, there is no way that those numbers went from 0 to what they are at. And that back when the grand jury was paneled, that was possibly done with an impartial jury. Okay? In fact, Judge says that Bryan Kohberger failed. Bryan Kohberger has failed to successfully challenge the indictment on the grounds of juror bias, lack of sufficient evidence. lack of sufficient admissible evidence. Judge is telling us this shit is not admissible. This shit is not admissible. Don't mess with land on timelines. Fucking goddamn right. And guess what? They're trying to shadow ban me. I could tell because anytime I talk about the Idaho 4 case, like, fuck shit, I'm never going to have less than, I don't even know how many people in here, 500 to 1,000. They're like, my stuff is not being sent out. That's the truth. But yeah, so explain that to me then. Okay, judge. Yeah. Okay. And that the questions violated the non-dissemination order. Get the fuck out of here. Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson argued the survey is violating the court's non-dissemination order. That is reckless conduct and it's outrageous, he says. That is a reckless conduct. You want to know what's reckless and outrageous, Bill? 2 words, Maori and Payne. Reckless and outrageous. Thompson reiterated that Kohberger's defense is allowed to conduct a survey, but the questions in this particular survey were inappropriate and jeopardized Kohberger's right to a fair trial. Are you fucking serious? You had the balls to say that, motherfucker, and you did say that. I just can't. I can't. We are trying to salvage a mess, Thompson said. Your mess. Who's trying to salvage? Who's we? Who is we? Because you are not we the people, man. We the people have a huge problem with you. So we are, no idea who we is. Maybe you and Judge, but definitely not us. We. Thompson's office found out about the survey questions in March from a Latah County resident who recorded the phone survey. God, that's so amazing. Hey, hang on a second. Let me just record this. Thanks. Oh, shit. And then Thompson accused Edelman's survey of including loaded questions that introduce information, including false information about the case to the survey takers. What are you, just gaslighting? In this closing statement, Thompson said, it seems that the defense is okay with tainting, I love the word tainting the jurors to ascertain the bias of other potential jurors. How dumb do you look now? 51% of your population, Bill, 51% says they don't care what the hell would go on in that courtroom. They are not budging off of the guilt of Bryan Kohberger. I mean, how can that literally roll out of your mouth like that? On a phone conversation, in a survey. Yeah, no, there's nothing that would change my mind if I was on that jury that Bryan Kohberger is guilty. Wow. We haven't even, wow. Oh, so I guess, I don't know, seeing a video of somebody else doing it, or, that doesn't, Thompson accused Edelman's survey of including, Thompson said that information is now planted into the Latah County residents who took the survey. Oh my God. I love how he said all of this before the results were in. What a moron. What a moron. Oh, I accidentally banned Chris Harder. You can let the name stay, but planted. I do not question the right of the defense to commission surveys, responsible, proper surveys, as part of the debate over venue, but this survey cannot stand, Thompson said. What a moron. Oh. Yeah. I'm smarter than you, Chris. Just always remember that. Stupid. The prosecutor, defense attorney, and the judge in the Bryan Kohberger case participated in a heated argument Thursday regarding due process and a survey of potential jurors. Judge was frustrated about the survey. What? Why is it blowing up your case? Unbelievable. This was a total shock to me because this is a big deal and I take it very, very seriously, says Judge. And I was surprised, okay, that this was happening behind our backs, my back. They fucking quoted that. Oh my God, I love it. Dude, Edelman's a beast. Just calling out. Literally, like, within the hearing, he is showing you how biased you are. Our backs. Whose backs? Our back. I mean, my back. What? And then that's when Ann Taylor was like, with all due respect, Your Honor, I don't have to run the way that I will be defending my client through the prosecution or through you. He's delusional. Both of these, I'm telling you guys, Moscow, Idaho, Latah County, delusional. Absolutely delusional. And you know what? That sucks because I love the shit out of some people that live there. But they're nothing like this, so I have no idea who these people were. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He said that the survey happening without the commission of the court or the state was troublesome, and that the questions planted seeds to encourage people to look up information about the case. This was encouraging people to look up information. If that's not speculation, I don't know what the fuck is. And if that's not argumentative, I don't know what the fuck is. And they call themselves lawyers, these statements that they make. Objection. That is argumentative and that is speculation. And that is just, oh my God. What questions would you like us to ask to see if we can get a fair trial in this town? They were asked 9 questions, guys. 9 questions. Woo! Burned down the place. Taylor and judge got into a heated argument over due process stemming from the judge's order. They took County Judge prohibited Bryan Kohberger's attorneys and the prosecution from contacting potential jurors about this case in the March 2020 order. Yeah, making it seem like that. Okay. The defense in the Bryan Kohberger case has been ordered to pause surveying potential jurors in Latah County due to problematic questions. They asked 400 potential jurors. The list of questions that were concerned to the prosecution included information on Bryan Kohberger's arrest, DNA, evidence found at the crime scene that was matched to Kohberger's owning the same car recorded on video driving in the neighborhood where the murders occurred, cell phone data showing Kohberger making several trips to the victim's home, which is false. In the month before the killings, university students and parents living in fear until Kohberger's arrest. Kohberger's alibi, Kohberger's potentially stalking one of the victims, and if Kohberger followed one of the victims on social media. All of which the majority, when I say majority, more than 50%, think it's true and think he's guilty. And yeah. Woo. Why are we even having a friggin' trial? And like, period. Why are we even having a trial? And Bryan Kohberger was so guilty. Why are we even having a trial? You would think, guys, that Bryan Kohberger was like caught red-handed stabbing and killing people for the way that they are. Woo. 81% guilty. 81% guilty. Oh, I can't believe it. I would expect that, in like the Swan murder, we're like, okay, yep, we definitely know that she shot him. Okay, she definitely shot him. 81% of you guys can think that she shot him, okay? Because, but you would literally think that somebody called 911 from hearing the screaming, the police went over there, and they tackled Bryan Kohberger and arrested him. And that there's all this evidence, okay? Judge expressed disappointment in the survey by saying the prosecution and defense have worked so hard to protect a fair trial. No. What the prosecution has worked so hard to do is to not get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Okay? That's what they've tried so hard to do. Which was the point of the non-dissemination order. He is concerned the survey will inject prejudicial information into the jury pool. Unbelievable. Judge will decide whether a survey of potential jurors in the Bryan Kohberger case inappropriately spread prejudicial information about this case. And guess what? He determined that it didn't, right? But nobody wants to report on that. Nobody wants to report on that. Yep, continue business per usual as you were. No modifications, right? Mainstream media isn't talking about that, though, right? Sick. Prosecutor Bill Thompson took issue with several questions in a phone survey. He should take issue. The questions Thompson is concerned about ask the participants if they have read, seen, or heard about certain details about the Bryan Kohberger case. Some of the details are not even true, Thompson said. And where'd they come from? You think they came from Ann Taylor? She wasn't even on the case. Where'd they come from? Ann Taylor hasn't said a word to anybody. She didn't even do like a little nothing. Nothing. He takes issue to this, man. I take issue to your fucking beard. Okay, I take issue with that. Okay. Now, right there, 67% of the survey respondents familiar with this case believe that Bryan Kohberger is guilty of murder. 51% reported that he would have a difficult time convincing them otherwise. 88% of the Latah County survey respondents have talked about this case or heard others talking about it in person or online. So that would mean that you'd have to be somewhere that the case is being talked about, or whoever you're talking to that you hang out with, you're making it a point to talk about the Bryan Kohberger, Idaho 4, whatever you want to call it, case. So no court TV. This is not about people just, they know about the case or they heard about it. No. This is what they think about it. And that, in Latah County, the best Bryan Kohberger could do would be a hung jury. He wouldn't even be able to be acquitted. I take issue with your beard. You like that? Okay, now let's take a look at how absolutely batshit crazy people are, because we need it, guys. I need to laugh a little bit. Let's go take a look. The crazies. Ready? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Look at that right there. Truth and Transparency decided to comment on this because I was like, this is ridiculous. I strolled, so don't look at mine yet, okay? This would be how I saw them. First comment I saw was, I feel like it's pointless. Almost everyone in the nation knows who he is. Give it to him. Give him no excuses for mistrial. I don't believe I commented unless I said, well, at least you're willing to admit that he... Oh, here we go. Did you even bother reading the motion with exhibits? If and when you do, the 319 pages should make you question what people in Idaho across the state eat daily to have such great opinions that even evidence can't change their opinion. 81% of Idaho said he is guilty of murder, survey. And of those 81%, 51% said that there is nothing that Bryan Kohberger could do in a courtroom to change their minds. Idaho is California's baby sister. Idahoans believe you are guilty, and even if you can prove you're innocent in the court or in court, you are still guilty. Yep, sign me up and move me to Idaho. Then this is what gets responded to my shit. Okay, ready? Here it is. Truth and Transparency. You do know that BK left his DNA. Like, yeah, he just left it on purpose. You do know that BK left his DNA. His car is on video. His car is on video, and BK turned the phone off during that exact time. Oh, there's more. A lot more. That knife sheath with his DNA, that's a tough one to disprove. Plus, BK's own family suspected him. This person just went to the Transparency. California's little sister. You sound programmed. What were you saying about being open-minded and not prejudging? I don't think I said anything about those two things. I was just stating facts from the 319 pages. Oh, Truth and Transparency. BK's own family in all caps suspected it was him. Are you going to text another huge paragraph to them about how you're innocent until proven guilty? LOL. Take a break, dude. LOL. Excuse me? You guys, wait a second. That's my response. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not 5. Which red state do you live in? That is so perfect. LOL. 6. Look at this. 5 hours ago, this person triggered and literally just ripped comments. Back to back. I don't even respond. Yeah. Okay. Then we go to this person. Everyone across America knows about this case, so where does he think he can go where a jury pool isn't still tainted? 23 hours ago. This case is known worldwide. I'm just seeing if I comment underneath it. While the real killers are free, laughing of him and the goofs who said guilty as charged. Grant him a new venue. The real killers are still out there in positions of power. These ignorant comments are exactly the reason his lawyer filed the 319 pages, blah, blah, blah. He could go to Russia and get it. He can go to Russia and it won't matter. The case made national news. The Darrell Brooks case also was a high-profile case, and he was given a fair trial. What? So I personally believe BK can't get a fair trial. He represented himself. The problem with Daryl Brooks' trial was Daryl Brooks. He had a fair trial, but he had ignorant and inadequate representation. What a bunch of fools. I can't. He should get a change of venue. Everyone deserves a fair trial. Oh, see, I liked it. Give him a chance. Give him a change of venue. Keep the trial fair. If he's guilty, it will be proven no matter where the trial takes place. The first comment worth a damn so far. You guys, these are the first comment worth a damn so far. Oh, shit. Let's see. There isn't a place in... Wait, this case is very public. Most have already found him guilty. That in itself is unfair. If it were you, if it were me, oh, like that. There isn't a place in this country that doesn't know what he did, so there's no point. Why did they wait this long to ask if they really thought that? What? Look at these people, 29 people liking it. They have been asking for months. The judge said it was too soon to consider. Oh my God. That fine. You don't, him getting off on appeals, it's a DP case too. Oh God. Getting a fair trial for the murder of 4 college students in College Town, where they live, will prove difficult at best. Give him the change of venue. Oh. Didn't Lori Vallow try the same thing? Wasn't there already a motion to change venue and it was denied? They're finding out through the questionnaire that the defense fought so hard to have that there won't be an impartial jury. So they're trying to backpedal. What the fuck is this woman talking about? Absolutely. Look at these 15 fucking likes. This is not even remotely, not even, wasn't there already a motion to change venue and it was denied? No, bitch, it wasn't. I couldn't. I just can't. Oh my God. Did I comment on this one? It doesn't matter where the venue is. Everybody knows about this case. He should have it on Mars and it still wouldn't make a difference. Everybody knows. What does everybody know? That's how I feel about that. What does everybody know? All I know is that a dude that should be covered in blood running to his car and jumping out like the speed of lightning should have left a trace in that car. Oh, and it would be and it would probably help the state if their digital evidence was correct in this case. Yeah, the phone location. Things that make you go, on Mars. There you go, Andy Pods. There you go. That's my thoughts. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Let's see. Where are they going to move it to? Space. What? He's known nation. It's not about being known, you dumbasses. Right. That's what I said. They can move it to Mars and it would make a difference. Jesus Christ. Sarah Boone should get this dude to help her, but all jokes aside, sorry to watch. What? It's scary to watch. He may win this and he will prove how our system fails us and how some can get away with unaliving people, literally. What? Here we go. Why would he get away with this if there is so much evidence against him? When is the court date set? When's it going to be enough already? Psychopathic murderers have more rights than victims. I'm in England and I've been following the case, so moving the trial a county or so over isn't likely to make much difference as far as I can see. Why do you feel this way? How many times can this case be delayed? Look at delayed. What are you talking about delayed? There's nothing being delayed. I'm going to say, do you even know? Everyone knows what he did. Even if the trial is moved, everyone knows what did he do? What did he do? Do you have a video of what he did? I would love to share it on my YouTube channel. I will blur out any images that need to be in order to comply with YouTube's terms of service. Thanks. I'm sure he was just out stargazing and taking pictures of the moon. There's a lot more to this case, I'm sure. Innocent until proven guilty, let the jury decide. What jury? Not the would-be internet judges. What? Okay. He could simply admit he is guilty. Oh, God, this is a good one. Hold on, I need a minute. Oh, Bev, get over it. Put on closed caption. Mute me and put on closed caption. Overbook. He could simply admit his guilt and he wouldn't have to worry about a trial at all. He could waive his right to trial and let a judge decide his fate. It's the families who are being dragged through this unfairly. They shouldn't have to travel. They do know that nobody lives in Latah County, right? If he's granted a move of jurisdiction, let him be tried in a court nearest to them by all proximity. He's probably just trying to get a vacation to a different prison and maybe attempt an escape like his hero Ted Bundy did. 26 people thumbs this shit up. Well, sounds like he is saying he didn't do it. As of right now, he is still innocent. I like that one. Only in the eyes of the law, justice is blind, but I'm not. Oh my God. Do you know something we don't? Are you the TikTok mind reader? What was that woman that was called? The psychic? Are you the TikTok psychic? Right? Isn't that it? never said he didn't do it. He remained silent when his charges were read. Oh, for fuck's sake. At Reagan, there is truly no making sense of the mentality of people who commit crimes like this. That being said, it is well to suddenly have such clarity and consciousness. Like, dude, if you break into a house and stab everyone there, just keep the crazy going and take your losses. What? It's only right that I get a different venue. What would have been right is to not stab people. Like, this is when you suddenly have a plan and a... Oh my God. Last time I checked, we live in the United States of America. I think that. Oh my God, Neek said, are you sure you aren't blind? Jesus Christ. Oh, this is me. Oh, this is mine from right now. Do you know something that we don't? Are you that TikTok woman that is getting sued? Oh, shit. This defense team has no shame. Were they not the ones going around tainting the jury pool? Cute, barfy face. Oh, God, let's see. Shut the fuck up. They were doing their job, and if you paid attention, it's not a high number. God, shut the fuck up. I love it. They were surveying the public using leading questions. Oh my God, leading questions. No, they weren't. Interesting that you feel that way. Oh my God. Next up. All he has to do is make it confusing and he'll get out and run free. The thing is, inaccurate info got out. Like, it got out that he was stalking someone on social media, but that turned out to be false, if I remember correctly. I think he should be able to get a different venue. And I also think that the facts are going to come out. I think he is likely guilty. And if that is the case, the jurors are going to pick up on that just as strongly in that county or another county. I doubt a change of venue will help being that it is a highly publicized case. This case is going to drag on for another 2 years. Come to Texas. He didn't do it. What? The world knows about this case on Earth and in the afterlife too. Oh my God. It's the afterlife. Yes, people here will call me crazy, but I want this guy locked up. I hope the spirits of the students ain't stuck waiting for him to be locked up and still are freely in the afterlife. I love Prince. Unbelievable. I don't even have words. If I had these type of messages on my community page, I think I'd pass out. They need to change it or he will end up with a new trial down the line. Oh, I like that because that's true. Although it's a case that's known around the country, specifically the people that live in that area and are surrounded by the physical place 24/7 are going to have a much stronger belief about how the case should be resolved than a group of people that live in a different area and only think about it when they turn on the news. It makes sense to want a different venue. And even if it still gives the same verdict, at least you know there's one complaint they can't make if they try and appeal. Just grant it and move the case onward. Why are people thinking that it's not moving forward? There's already a fucking date for the trial. Oh my God. He might not have wanted to be worldwide, but guess what, Bryan? You're worldwide. What does this even mean? Moved to Ada County, blah, blah, not guilty. This defense is using every avenue. He's also studying criminology. Crazy. My God, he is going to die of old age before this trial starts. Oh my God. What a... So dramatic. Hope your day gets better. Jesus. They could move this case to North Korea and it wouldn't make a difference. This case received worldwide coverage. You do know that it isn't about the coverage, right? It is about my response. You do know that this isn't about the coverage, right? It is about the jurors in that area already believing he is guilty of murder and that they believe this because of incorrect information and whatever else they deem. Because I can promise you it ain't off the evidence because we have yet to have a trial. Fuck, shit, Lana. All right, guys. You guys having some fun back there? Okay, sweet. Awesome. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I thought I told some lady to make me some coffee. Maybe try plant Uranus. I want to write, I'll plant it in Uranus. Lana should have been asked for that. I guess he thinks his life is more important than the people's lives that he took. The victims are now in their graves. They aren't, though. She does know that they were. Does she not know that? Okay. They certainly didn't have a fair shot to live, but he feels like he needs a fair shot at a trial. Well, ain't life grand? I think you should write a book. I think you should write a book. So fucking meaningful. Oh my God. I think you should write a book. I agree. Wait, what are they agreeing with? Wait, somebody just came in here to say I agree 100% with the post, okay? Do they not know what the post says? Bryan Kohberger has filed a motion for a change of venue because the defense says the accused quadruple murder cannot get a fair trial in Latell County. Kohberger denies fatally stabbing 4 university students and claims the inaccurate publicity of the case is tainting the small jury pool. What do you think? What do you think? I agree 100%. What do you agree with? I agree 100%. I swear I don't think people read. Where were we? The case is going to drag on for another 2 years. You do know there is a trial date, June 2nd, 2025. Right? Hope this helps you sleep at night. Where are they going to move it to? Mars? Everybody knows about this. Nothing but stall tactics. Everyone in the nation knows about this case. Curious if you read the 319 pages. Thanks for your comment and awaiting your response. It was late. You're welcome. What? I agree. I hope the judge don't grant it. It's clear his demeanor in the news of what the Thanks. I'm having a hard time understanding your comment. Can you rephrase things? He didn't deny it. The judge pled him not guilty to the grand jury. He didn't open his mouth to speak. Why didn't he speak up for himself to say not guilty? What? No excuses? Playing silly beggars? It's more time Taylor paying for the families and friends to stay at top-end hotels. Oh my God. What? For all of them for a month out of her own pocket? Well, more time, Taylor. You're going to need to give a lot if you're planning on taking even more away from these families. It's either that or you stop. More time, Taylor? Tool time. Tim was always a household favorite. 1990s. Tool time. Tool time Tim was always a household favorite in the 1990s at my home. Best of luck in life. Annie, these are for you. These are for you. Do these people also agree with the students reporting through chats that the 4chan or no more hours before emergency services were called, and no one thought to report him as a suspect in that time? I don't even. What is with these entitled criminals? And yes, I am presuming guilt on this guy. I know I had a comment on this. At least you admit your bias and you have no shame in it. But the real question is why. Curious your deep-rooted emotional connection to this case, that the presumption of innocence wouldn't apply in this or any case. That's my question. No deep-rooted emotional ties. It's actually the opposite. I just smell a rat. Gut instinct. Wish those roommates would have smelled blood. Wish those roommates would have smelled blood as good as you smell rat. This guy is playing the system. What system? You like that? I'm just mega pissed. I'm mega pissed because it's just like, I agree, Matt. I'm here driving to work. Oh, good. So you're loving it. I agree, Matt. Matt says, well, if the media coverage wasn't so off the charts and misrepresenting everything, maybe we'd be talking about a fair trial instead of intergalactic legal battles. I just had to come over here and see it for myself because in the 319 pages, there's a section where they go and they take from the comment section. And from the comment section, I was like, okay, let's go to, like, they mentioned Court TV. Well, Court TV posted something about this. So it's like, I want to go see it. You know what I mean? I want to see what these people have to say. And I'm just like, look at this. Denied, denied, denied. And then here's me. Bet you a steak dinner it isn't denied. Because it's not going to be denied. Keep stalling Kohberger. They'll do anything to buy time. Did he file it himself or did his defense team do it? What? I feel like they should get jurors from a different county in Idaho and bring them in instead of the cause to move everybody involved in the trial somewhere else. I cannot believe that you would think that that is going to be cheaper. Oh my God, this person needs to go take some business classes. Save costs and also make the alleged murderer happy too. Don't give him any reason for an appeal. The evidence that he did this is there or not. I agree with that. But you're just missing the point of why there would even be a change of venue. Do you know how much that would cost to put them up in a hotel for 3 months? All the jurors, all separate rooms, have a bodyguard or have like security, feeding them every meal instead of just lunch. I think it's interesting. He can't get a fair trial anywhere. We all know he did it. Who is we? We the people. Who is we? We the people say you were innocent until proven guilty. So are you not of the human race? It's pointless, so no, a change of venue will not help. Playing continued chaotic games will not help either. DNA does not lie. I know I had a comment on this, but people do. Saddle up. You are in for a treat with this case. I knew I'd had a comment on that one. This is stupid. Everyone in the world knows what he did. How do we know? Where can I find this information of certainty? We all know who he is and what he did, and he is acting like Trump when he whined and cried, complaining he can't get a fair trial in New York. I have nothing but, oh my God, I wrote on this. I have nothing but bad feelings for this guy. Go ahead and come for me. I don't care. I know innocent until proven. The evidence on this guy makes me sick. So evil. And now he plays games. Oh my God, did I not comment on this? I won't go ham on her. This comment is what is sick. Who is playing games? Oh, Lilo. What the fuck? My response, this comment is what is sick. Who is playing games? I am pissed as a U.S. citizen that I have to watch Ellie continue to lie in PCAs and in search warrants, and nothing happened to these power abusers. That is what is sick. By the way, I am not coming for you. I am defending the U.S. Constitution that I believe in. His nose says it all. Insecure. Kohberger pimpin'. Megyn Kelly seems to think that Bryan Kohberger is a pimp. Did she spell her name like that? Oh, shit, guys. I'm having fun over here. Megyn Kelly seems to think that Bryan Kohberger is a pimp, and he got two girls' numbers at the pool party with complex tats. Both of them were friends back to back. Kohberger pimpin'. There you go. Hey, Leanna, what'd you do today? Well, I needed to see how people were responding to the 319 pages. Wow, since when a criminal so brutal has rights? USA has a very weak legal system. This guy killed no one but 4 young. What? He killed no one? I'm lost. All right. This was my reading these comments proves beyond any shadow of a doubt that these people commenting in this section haven't a clue of what change of venue is for. Kohberger doesn't want his case moved because people have heard about his case. LOL. Wow. He wants his case moved because 81% of Moscow, Idaho said in a survey that he is guilty. And of those 81%, 51% said that their minds are already made up and that there is nothing Bryan Kohberger can do in the courtroom with actual evidence that is going to change their guilty vote to not guilty. To help out those confused, read the motion that was filed before you comment, and then once you do, feel free to edit your comment so you don't look so foolish or brainwashed by Lord knows what. Signed, innocent until proven guilty. You know the presumption of innocence is a real thing, not the presumption of guilt. And This is what's amazing. 5 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up. It's also sick. People think the PCA is evidence. That's the scarier part. We can agree on that. Looks like it hangs to his feet. What? I'm not even getting. I know. Once upon a time, I thought the song was Big Pimpin's Ben and Cheese. Yeah. You guys. None of us would stand a chance in Idaho if we were arrested for shoplifting. Okay? You understand that? You know what they say? Burden. What does that even mean? You think that they know what that definition of burden is? This has taught me so much. Literally in, like, you have the Brian Drake, Dr. Moore case coming up. Jury. Oh my God. Okay. Next up before I call it quits here. Okay, he came from a family of. Oh wait, here we go. These examples. Look at these examples. You guys ready? This is going to be funny. Yeah, they're going to do one. They're doing a Franks in this. Masseth already talked about it, and they should. And they should. Here. Back on over to Hector. Hector has something he wants to point out. Okay. These people put, he may come from a family of crime and previous cases have been uncovered. I've heard that Kohberger has been linked to other murders in Washington and Pennsylvania. I've heard they are railroading Kohberger to put him away, and the evidence was planted, and he was being framed. One other one that I heard was that he was working with one or the other of the roommates. Some speculation that Kohberger committed a murder in Oregon, possibly. The house was a party house, and a couple of people who died weren't supposed to be there. The boyfriend and girlfriend, also Kohberger, had commented about committing the perfect murder in a paper. Excuse me? Where did this happen? What paper can I find that at? That maybe one of the victims had rejected him sexually caused this. And with his criminal justice interest, he wanted to try to commit the perfect murder. Deborah giving out those 5 memberships. Thanks, girl. Cheers. Where's my bell? Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. That maybe one of the victims. Okay. The girls were party girls. Brian was studying criminology. See how much he could get away with. I just heard it was part of his research to commit these. What? Somebody really wrote this. I just heard it was part of his research with these murders all time because he thought he could get away with it. I have heard a theory that he might have committed the murders to see if he could get away with it. That he planned it out and that he would keep doing it if he wasn't caught. He was a law student at WSU and he looked on the internet for how to do certain things. He was interviewing people for his thesis. That's everything, Steve. I know. He was like implying that Kaylee went on like a date with him, pretty much. Or like who the killer was, didn't say Brian, because this was before Brian was arrested. They must not watch Megyn Kelly. Someone said that he may have been snubbed by the girls at parties. Students that were killed were big partiers and had been to parties with them. And that Kohberger bragged about committing a perfect murder and was taking criminal justice classes. Oh my God. People who they thought was involved also that the other roommates were. Who is writing this shit? Rumors about other suspects. He frequented Mad Greek stalking. That there could have been another person. I have heard that Kohberger had an obsession. Multiple people involved may have been connected with ritual killings of an animal. What the hell are people doing? None of this came from my channel, I can tell you that. Surprised the police do not do more investigations. I think the frat boys may have been involved. News on the street, it was a really gruesome murder and vicious. Also heard by some people I know in jail. They have told me they have seen interaction with police and Kohberger while in jail, and says that police have seemed to be friendly to butter up with Kohberger to try to get him to talk. Police here are doing an excellent job here and on this case. We were told he sliced and diced them and hung them from the fan. Yep, I was told that. Don't know why he did it. There were some rumors that he stalked the girls, but can't say that's for sure. The rumor that he was an ex of one of the female victims, and I heard he had Tourette's. Like, wait, what? He fit the description? What description? Oh my God. He fit the description and was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He tried to leave the country. What? I heard that it was 2 other people, but they found his DNA at the scene. I've heard that the defense isn't sure who it is, or maybe the roommates are involved, or there may be more than one person. He had someone else in the car with him. He killed the people, and there was someone else helping him. God. My God. He killed the people, and there was, his roommate said Kohberger was acting strange around the time. He didn't have a roommate. His roommate. Oh my God. His roommate said Kohberger was acting strange around the time of the murders. He is guilty. He did it, and the evidence was found at the crime scene. He knew one of the people in there. He tried to connect with one woman. He was aware of where the girls were all the time. Been in and around the house a couple of times. Oh my God, what the fuck? He was aware of where the rumors that there was a second person responsible, and rumors of following the girls home, and lots of parties at the house, because it's a university town. He was obsessed with one of the girls at the house. Oh, wow. Wait a second. Wait, what is this? I heard that Bryan tried to hit on one of the girls at the restaurant. Bryan Kohberger said, I am the only one getting arrested when the cops picked him up. Yes. He was stalking one of the victims. He was delusional about being in a relationship with one of the girls. We're pretty sure that he did it. Pretty sure he was stalking them, checking the places they went. One of the girls had spurred his romantic advances. He went in the house and killed 3 girls and 1 gentleman. He was dating one of the girls, and she stopped seeing him. He came back and killed them all. Oh my God. Atlanta, sorry. Are you going through 300 pages? Yeah, just, showing you guys what's going on in Latah County right now. I just can't even. His relationship with the victims attracted to one. I've heard something along the lines he had a personal grudge against them, but don't know if it's true. I heard he was talking to the victims. Also heard he went back into the house after the murders were committed. I also heard that the roommates were in on it. He was a teacher assistant at WSU, and he had issues with women there. Ooh. Where's that Gigi fuck? One of the restaurants where he ate, it was where one of the girls worked at. I've heard that he has a bad history with women, and everyone is thinking that has something to do with why he did what he did. He worked in the same building with me. What? I didn't know him, but a friend did and said he was strange and would just stare at you. Wait, what? Who? He worked in the same building with me? How did... Whatever. I think he hates women. He doesn't respect women at all. Kind of obvious from the way he's treated his professors and the people he works with, his fellow grad students. The other university he was working at, they had problems with him too. I don't know why he picked those victims. He just stalked the one girl. She just kind of ignored him and didn't engage in their communication. He was trying to communicate with her, and she didn't respond to, so he stalked her. That's what the videotapes are showing. And the pings. Wait, what videotapes? Oh my. That's what the videotapes are showing? And the pings on his cell phone? His social media, a lot of the people on Reddit found disturbing posts from years back. Wow. The drive-by stalking, he had a temper and stopped them. He was studying criminal justice, criminal law. Well, somehow he was shunned by them. There are different things from his past, his behaviors before he came here. He attended school in criminal justice. That's what he was studying at Washington State University. He lives back in Pennsylvania. Girls that grew up with him stalked. Don't know if that's the right word. He didn't have healthy relationships with women. Maybe a second person involved. One of the girls complained about being stalked. One of the girls complained about being stalked, but no action was taken. Oh, that's Steve Gonsalves, SG. One story that I heard before he was apprehended, that these women had a business going on the internet that was sexual in nature, and that one of their clients was displeased with them. Oh, hold on while I drink. Wait. One story that these women had a business going on the internet. Okay. Maybe he didn't want one of the girls leaving town. Heard lots of different rumors. I heard numerous things. Too intense for me to repeat. Too many rumors to answer this question. Mostly really crazy stuff, but other than that, not a whole lot. I've read and seen a ridiculous amount of false information on TV and online. I'm a student. I've heard a lot, don't know what to believe. Hold on one second. Is this the part where... Oh, okay. Latah County survey respondents reported a litany of rumors and conjecture that have been spread in the coverage, informal discussions, and social media. Examples are included. So this is what, during this survey, they had said. And, oh God, hold on. This is what the people that were asked this survey were, this is what they said. I can't believe this. I'm a student. I've heard a lot. Don't know what to believe. There's a lot of discussion about his psychological makeup, a master's, and working on a PhD. That's a fact. The rumor is he's going to write a book about it, and the reason is to write a book. He gets love letters from women in prison. That's a rumor. What the defense attorney wants is to make sure he doesn't get executed. That's a rumor. There are tons of rumors in this town. Knee deep in rumors. The worst rumor was that the murders were engineered by a woman, a psychic and Texas accuser of murder. The woman's being sued, and there's court facts about it. The rumor is the history professor did this at the University of Idaho. I've heard rumors that the roommates might be or could be involved, and about Kohberger's past and history. So these people in Latah County, like if you went with the fact that Bethany and Dylan were involved, these people in Latah County could get down with that. Wow. I've heard that the girls that he really liked, that he had stabbed her the most and the worst. That's the biggest thing I've heard. There are so many little things. Heard rumors about drug deals or that he stalked the victims. Heard that it was possibly a drug case. There was a drug deal gone bad. I've heard all kind of things, from drug deals gone bad or to his being so smart that he thought he could get away with the murder. Everyone in this whole country has heard it. I feel like I remember it was a home that had a lot of weekend and night parties, and that he had potentially been there once or twice at their home. I guess I don't pay much attention to that. One that really bothered me was the roommates that were not killed, Dylan and Bethany, survived. And this person is mad that they survived. That's not high school Dylan, but okay. That they were talking during the murder, that the two surviving roommates were involved somehow. There were drugs. It was disturbing. There's nothing in the information release that alludes to them having any involvement in the crimes, that the police department was corrupt, and the prosecutor's office, some conspiracy about covering it up. It's silly and stupid. I don't believe it. There have been rumors about the university and cops being involved. I have heard that it was a party house, and it had a lot of people coming and going. Okay, what do you mean you heard this? I heard that it was a party house. Listen, y'all, I showed the videos that it was a party house. There's videos of that. You didn't hear it. I was aware of the victims. I had met 2 of them, and they were... What? I was aware of the victims. I had met 2 of them, and they were scared of him. We are spending millions of dollars to defend him, and it's a waste. Are you out of... Oh my God. That is what one of the people that answered the survey said. Speculation is that he drove over there and left his phone, murdered the people, drove away, left and went back that morning remembering he forgot the sheath. But speculation is that he drove over there and left his phone? Left his phone where? Murdered the people, drove away, left and went back in the morning remembering he forgot his sheath. That he might have thrown the knife in the river, that there's so much evidence against him. There is speculation that some people heard him when he started attacking them and that one of them tried to fight back. Also, someone said something about him turning his phone off or off the network when he was driving near the area. That's in the PCA. Some people think he made it look like he drove to Clarkston, Washington, so it wouldn't look like he was in Moscow. And there was a coffee shop that saw his car. Oh my God. That the house was a bit of a party house and heard that the neighbors saw an identical year and model of car. The neighbor saw identical year and model of the Kohbergers parked outside the house the night of the murders. Impact of the community. This crime has had a devastating impact on Latah County residents, many of whom consider this to be a very safe and close-knit community prior to the murders. More than half, 56% of the survey respondents reported that they or someone they know experienced higher levels of stress, anxiety, or fear during the search of the killer. That number increases to 63% for Moscow residents. All right, and that's what we'll pick up later. So until next time, guys, I truly, truly, truly cannot believe that this is what people wrote in. All right, peace out, Girl Scouts. Disc that I was given to. So there was 2 different discs. Okay, they all knew about it.
We're not here to talk about the alcohol stuff, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But this is the second noise complaint we've had here tonight within 2 hours.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know, over here.